What's up, guys? Welcome back to another UFC prediction video. GSP versus Nick Diaz at UFC 158 live in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Son, I don't know why it's really up in Canada all the time for GSP and its home turf when they should be fighting in Las Vegas, and it wouldn't be on anybody's turf. But with that said, GSP is a dude who likes to implement a game plan of throw a couple strikes and then shoot in and take to the ground. Or he likes to just stand there and throw jabs. And you're not going to throw jabs with Diaz. Diaz is a hell of a boxer, probably one of the best boxers in MMA. And honestly, he's 11-1 in his last 12 fights. His only loss in like 4 years has against Carlos Condit. And like he said, he's used to fighting 3-4 times a year. GSP's used to fighting maybe twice. And GSP's been saying he wants this fight, he wants this fight, he wants this fight. And a lot of people are saying, why isn't Johnny Hendricks getting his title fight? Why isn't Johnny Hendricks getting his fight that he deserves? Well, to be honest, a lot of people don't want to see Johnny Hendricks versus GSP, because it's going to be either he throws the overhand right and knocks out GSP, or it's just going to be GSP wrestle him to the ground. And honestly, I see the fight going like this. On one hand, you got GSP, which is a very strong, aggressive wrestler who has very great jiu-jitsu. He's the most well-rounded fighter in MMA. And Diaz is the most technical boxer that the UFC has at 170. And he has great jiu-jitsu, great cardio. And people are saying, well, he's been off a year. Well, to be honest, he's like GSP. He's always training year-round. So he's basically not losing anything. Because a lot of fighters, they'll train only when the fight comes up. They'll really get into training hard. But GSP trains all year round. Nick Diaz trains all year round. And Nick Diaz has, I think, the ability to knock out GSP, because GSP is not known for taking a hell of a punch. And I mentioned this in previous videos, and people got kind of offended. Like, what are you talking about? GSP got knocked out pretty much by Matt Serra, and Carlos Condit kicked him in the head and almost knocked him out. And to be honest, I don't want to see this fight going like Benson Henderson versus Nate Diaz. I mean, because honestly, that's how I see the fight really happening. But I hope GSP loses the title, because how many 25-minute rounds, 5 rounds, you want to see GSP keep doing? Yes, he's proven he can go 5 rounds. He's been going 5 rounds with like the last 6 opponents, and he's not finishing fighters. And he always criticizes people. Well, I don't have the power of this guy. I don't have the wrestling ability of this guy. Well, you're playing it safe. That's why. And I think Nick Diaz is going to go out there, if he can implement his game plan right, punch him, I think he's just going to combos and try to do what he did against BJ Penn. And I was pleasantly surprised that Nick Diaz did what he did to BJ Penn. And honestly, I just don't want to see the fight go. I don't mind if it goes 25 minutes. I just don't want to see Nick Diaz just laying on his back, getting up, getting wrestled to the ground, like every round. I just don't want to see that. I want to see a back and forth fight, and I just want to see GSP actually go for broke and actually try to knock out Nick Diaz, or Nick Diaz actually knocking out GSP or submitting him. But with that said, please rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll definitely see you guys in the next video. But that's how I want to see it. I want to see it.